Hey everybody, it's Uncle Wayne. We're here with another episode of the Firefighters Chalkboard, and we're getting this one in a little bit late. It is April Fool's Day, but we do have the Grab City Fools on for April Fool's Day. We had a little bit of a struggle trying to get everything together between calendars mixing up and all, but we're here. We're going to let everybody know about this chapter, and maybe we can get a couple more of them to jump on and start bragging about what they got going on. Guys, how are y'all doing tonight?
Good. How are you doing, Wayne?
Great.
Man, if I was any better, the world couldn't stand me. I just found out I'm going to Wichita. I get to go teach with some cool guys. Loving life. Loving
Amen,
life.
brother.
So tell me about Grab City.
You want this one, T, or me?
Go ahead, dog. I'll get the next one.
Okay. All right. So, introductions. I'm Shep, short for Shepherd. My first name is also Taylor, so I generally just go by my last name. Makes things easier. But that's Taylor Morrell. I'm the president. He's the vice president. We're honored to be here, man. We love the fire service. We love what we do. We love the fools and the opportunities it's given us already. We're a newer chapter um, in the grand scheme of things. So we're just getting our feet wet, but it's already been such an awesome journey, and we're ready to take that next step. Year after year. So the story about our chapter is we're based out of Columbus, Georgia. Both of us work for Columbus Fire and EMS. We feel like we've been blessed to work for that department. We go to a good bit of calls. I feel like we see a good bit of work in the, generally speaking. And the thing about it is we're a little bit landlocked from other tactics, other departments, other views, other anything. We have just really created like the Columbus way. And a lot of that has been a good thing, but then we've also seen some detriment from that. And it took Taylor and myself kind of branching out, going to some classes. I know he went to 575 Fools and Bearers of the Oath as well, and kind of saw some had some eye-opening revelations, so to speak. I think everybody watching this show can kind of know exactly what we're talking about because we've all been there. And for me, it was introduced to me by way of another podcast, actually, and it was the Weekly Scrap with Corley Moore. And I had
Love
no
the show.
Yeah.
idea about any of that. That there was a whole nother world of the fire service. I thought I had been on for 7-8 years at the time, and thought I had it figured out, pretty well, and had a decent amount of experience under my belt. And then I realized I knew nothing. I mean, I knew how to operate on scene, but as far as just how much is out there, it was just mind blowing. And found out about county fire tactics down there in Pensacola. We went to a conference, went to MAFC, went to FDIC, went to Mobile, Alabama for National Firefighters Training Foundation. I mean, I was hitting them left, right, and center after that. I couldn't get enough. And it was really like a drug where I was just like, man, this is amazing. Like, we got to spread the word. And the best way we figured we could do it was create a Fools chapter. We had
Absolutely.
no idea what the Fools were until, Taylor went to 575 and was exposed that way. I was exposed through them by word of mouth, him and another one of our members, Jacob. But we really had no idea what the Fools were until, I mean, what year did you find out, T? It had to be
It's not been
post
too long, but
post
yeah,
COVID. I mean,
yeah.
and they've been
It
around,
was post COVID.
since the mid
Yeah,
'90s. Just south of us in
yeah,
Florida. We just had no idea.
yeah,
So when we got a taste of those classes and just seeing the camaraderie and the the adherence to tradition and the pride in the job and the pride in just having a good time together, and not being ashamed to be in love with the job,
Yes.
man, it stuck to us like glue. And we had no choice. We didn't know we were going to be the ones to start a Fools chapter. We kind of put it off for a while, and then nobody else was doing it, so it's like, you know what, somebody's got to pull the trigger. um
yeah.
if you want to know a little bit about our name, I've got a quick little thing about that
See,
because I know that's
hey,
kind of
Taylor, let me touch on that real
yeah,
quick, if you don't
yeah.
mind. Cause like he said too. So I was on the job about 8 years, and I've been on the job about 11 now, total. And I had a separation where I left my department and went to another department north of us, and was really humbled in a horrific way about what I thought I knew as far as the job, and how good I performed the job. I was a salty dude in my mind, and I was experienced dude. I come from like a department that's pretty busy, and then I came from a territory that was swamped with fire. But it was just different. So when I went up there, and I kind of got humbled and learned, like I said, got to introduce the 575 fools and the bears and stuff like that. I really saw what I didn't know, and
Coach Cody.
some things kind of led me back to Columbus, and got stationed at the same station that Taylor was at, just a different squad. And we started chatting about, hey man, sometimes we're not exactly doing this job as good as we could. And we both agreed that hey, let's get out and kind of form some other get some other opinions. So we recruited some guys from that department. We got guys from all over the area. Kind of, we don't want it to be just a Columbus department. We stretch out as far as we can. So, and then we came up. Well, Taylor and then came up with the Grab City, and I'll let you explain, Taylor, what all that came about. So
Yeah, so our main thing, I think I can speak for Taylor and myself, we can agree on this. The main thing we were falling short on in a lot of our tactics was search culture. We do have an extremely aggressive department. I'm proud to say it, but we're very keen on finding fire. Everybody flocks to the fire, and it's great for putting the fire out, but it's at a detriment for search. And we we really wanted to key in on that and basically hone our search tactics to improve them and to spread the word about some of the things we picked up, at these classes and talking to other departments, and just really broadened our horizons. So the name, obviously a grab, we know what that is. We're also big. Uh, I mean, I'll be honest. I'm just a fan. I'm a fan girl for FDNY. I love me some FDNY, and so I like watching brothers in battle. And a grab is like the pinnacle of being a fireman. Putting the fire out's cool. Getting a grab, way cooler. And it started off as kind of a joke. We were like, we'd be going down the road, and you could call it like, you know, uh, relaxed pre-fire planning. We're just riding around looking at our buildings, like planning how would we operate if that were to catch fire. And we'd make the joke like, what would you do if three people are hanging out that second floor window? And we'd always just yell like Grab City, it'd be Grab City. We'd be grabbing left, right, and center to get everybody out. And it became kind of a slogan where we were like, you know what? The other Fools chapters, like, we love them to death. But the names kind of, in my opinion, sometimes they're a little bland, so we were like, let's do something unique, and that was the first thing that came to mind. And we don't want it to be just like you said, one city, one place, one department. Grab City is if you come break bread with us, or you come to one of our classes, or whatever, you're using one of the techniques maybe we showed, then it's Grab City wherever you're at. Once you take it back to wherever you are, you're on the rig that day, then it's Grab City where you're at too. So it's just going to be, that's the motto really, is we want to be better at search, and that's our bread and butter for sure.
I
everything.
really like that. And I would say that you are using the fools to change a mindset, not a slogan.
Right.
It's like you said, going to the fire, knocking the fire out is cool and everything else, but our top priority is always our citizens. And that way, even with the slogan of that chapter and your trainings in mind, changing that mindset puts that citizen first. Kind of like, the biggest thing in the world that stands out to me is Chief Thompson when he done his keynote. No matter what, we will come.
That's right.
And that's what that's what I'm getting from that is stressing the importance of going in and trying to get those people out.
Yes, sir.
Our foundation is that of search culture. It is everything we do, whether it's whether it's a back to the basics class, or a can class, or whether it's a forcing door class, or whatever type of class we do. We understand like the improvement or the betterment of doing this, that, and that, advancing the hose, whatever is for search.
It's to
So
support
that's
search,
really,
everything.
yeah, everything is to support search. Everything
Mm-hmm.
it's so cliche to because every department around the city is, well, every department around the country is life, property, and the environment. And you all say that when you come on, when you first come on, you do your oath and everything, but it really don't hit home until you're walking into a house fire, looking for fire with the thought of a victim not even running through your head. And that's really kind of like the mindset we want to change, and change the culture, and and also we're here for people who love the job. Like
That's right.
we don't do no naysayers, none of that bull crap. We're here because people that come to our, just like every other fools, they're on their off time, or they're doing it on their own dime. So everybody that generally comes through these events love the job. So, and
Mm-hmm.
our goal is to turn the naysayers' hearts into, humble them, and then teach them the most important of the job, and make sure they understand that as sticking to our oath. So
Yeah, and I can relate to what you were saying earlier. And when I said low sodium, I wasn't picking because I'd lived that part too. I'd done this stuff for a while. Man, I'm really good at what I'm doing because I was good where I was.
yeah,
But then if you never leave your sandbox, you don't really know how you stack up to everybody else. And that's the one cool thing
yeah,
about going to fools conventions and trainings and everything else is it gets you, somewhere else where you can learn something new. And every time you learn something new, it keeps that humbled mindset. But the
That's
coolest
right.
thing I would say that I throw out from the fools is it kept me from going crazy thinking, there a lot of times, and I'm like my department, I will say my department it has a ton of people that are 100% into the job, eat, live, breathe it, love it, but there's not a lot of places that can say that. There are places around that the guys they get shunned because they love the job,
Mm-hmm.
and but the fools allows them to know that hey, I'm not the weird guy. There's a lot of other people that are just as passionate about it as I am, and it helps recharge your battery, make you want to come back and try harder and do more and show more and teach more, and because it's all for the end goal of Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
that's right.
That's right.
That's right.
So sitting here doing my Facebook stalking like I do for all chapters, uh, the first thing that pops up to me is you pulled something off the back of the bay, and it says you'll be surprised what a simple you got this can do for somebody, and
Mm,
I can relate to that so much because I harp so much on mentorship. I mean, that's my soapbox, that's my jam. This is something that the Fools allows us to do, and I love the fact that you've got that on your Facebook page because you never hear anybody with any kind of Fools training. I don't care where you go across the country, nobody's going to knock you down
mm,
for not doing something 100%. It's
Mm-hmm.
we're here to learn. We're here to get better. You've got this. Give it another rep. It's. I've never been around anybody doing anything with the Fools to where I felt like, well, that sucked. I kind of got beat down on that one, like you would have training somewhere else in the
Mm-hmm.
yard with your company or whatever. It's that true brotherhood mindset, that true wanting people to be better at the craft. And here's how you get better. I'm going to show you how to get better. Get another rep in, and that's super important. I love that you got that on your Facebook page. It needs to be flashing. I mean,
yeah.
but because it says up under it, it goes in and says the biggest thing is leadership isn't always loud. It's not always in commands, rank, or being the one in front. Sometimes it's just knowing when your people need to hear something that is positive about what they're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
go ahead.
that goes in just to the good book talking about if you got the faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain, and that's truly what a lot of people need. And they need that little mustard seed.
What's the saying? It's like firemen. firemen hate the way things are going, but they hate change.
Yeah, changing the
Yeah.
way things are.
Yeah, so and that's the thing is, like, I'm the ball busting king, like just like every other fireman. But I'm not. I don't want to say, especially in today's society, I feel like, well, we have these younger kids, well, we can't teach them nothing, or they're too stupid, or yada yada yada, and it's just like, that's not an excuse for me,
No, that's when they
especially
say
like,
that,
mhm,
it pisses me off. I mean, that's
yeah,
just you not wanting to do what you need to do
yeah,
as a leader.
Yeah,
especially as a
I
leader
would,
too. Yeah,
yeah, I'd agree because I was talking to a guy the other day, and he said we were those kids at one time too, and
yeah,
older people said it to us, and but he put something else to it, and I was talking to some other instructors, and I said, think about this now. How old are the people that are in the military working some of the most complex pieces of military equipment there is?
they're young.
Young,
Same age
Yeah,
kids that are coming in with us, and we want them to
yeah,
drag knuckles and swing a Halligan bar.
yeah. I know.
My daughter
Yeah.
works a mobile rocket system in the Army with an iPad, make it shoot
yeah,
Nice.
thousands of miles away, right?
right.
Okay, here is Halligan bar, break door. I mean, it's not that hard.
It's
It's
not, and
effort.
it's because the military has training down to a science, and they have for
Exactly.
forever.
Yeah,
So
And
that's
and they realize it being an investment.
right.
yeah. And that's a good word too. It's invest in your people.
Hmm.
Invest, and not saying that we don't have pride in what we do, or
No,
anything of that nature. I'm just saying it's like, man, this whole like, oh, they're stupid, I can't teach them nothing. Like that's the thing. That's the hard part about being a fireman and being a leadership. And if you're in a leadership role, you got to learn how to delegate. You can't do it yourself just because your dumbass young fireman, quote unquote, doesn't know how to pull a ceiling, or he doesn't know how to force a door. Like, take him out there,
show
don't
them how.
embarrass him, show him how, and
Hmm.
and then make fun of him. But whatever you want to do, but just let him learn the job. Let him learn the job. Teach him the love that you have for the job, and watch it blossom. That's it.
I would go with you 100% and throw one more because the difference in between I say kids because to me they're my kids when I've got them at the academy. They belong to
Yeah,
me. They're mine.
yeah,
But they'll do something we didn't do. I didn't tell somebody what I didn't need to know because I grew up in the fire service where you really did get truly hazed. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
Today's not really hazing.
No,
It's not a little ball busting, but it is not nothing close to what we had 30 years ago.
right.
But the difference is the kids now will tell you what they need to be successful. They'll tell you what they don't know, what they don't
Hmm.
understand. They don't have a problem because what are they used to? They're used to finding it on Google. But Google is not, I mean, it's going to give you some information, but it doesn't give you the same type as the guy standing beside you going through a drill with you.
Very true.
So I seen this on here too when I was looking through your Facebook, and I know that today is April the 1st, and I will do my best to have this posted tomorrow by the 2nd. So that still gives us one day left. You guys shared a benefit raffle from Dirty South,
Hmm.
and it was for supporting the family of fallen Officer Caleb Abney.
That's right.
Yeah, they're raffling off a TL2, guys. $25 a ticket or 5 for 100.
Yeah,
If you go to Grab City Fools Facebook page, look on it. There's the QR code where you can click on it. You can get in and get some of those raffle tickets to try to win that helmet. They're drawing for it on the 3rd. I will get it on tonight. So that way, if anybody's listening, they can get a chance to get on there and get a chance to help that family, try to do the right thing, and take a chance of winning a helmet.
Thank you for
yeah,
that, Wayne.
Absolutely.
Yes. Shout out to Dirty South. They're really good folks down there. Joey Herndon and Brandon Reynolds, just good, solid folks, and we love them to death. Officer Abney was a firefighter before he became a police officer. Just a little backstory on that. So it really hit the people down there near and dear to their heart, especially just knowing that. So yeah, it's just a tragedy.
So I'm
and
gonna tell
that's
you
the
what I'm
cool.
doing.
A cool another part about the Fools, man. You get to share, especially with social media, and Taylor's big on this. We like to share. Every Fools chapter in our surrounding area has always shared our events, or we have, and we try to just like share theirs. And as tragic as that event is, if we can help that family or whatever. So, you know,
Absolutely. I'm
brotherhood at
I'm
its finest.
actually I'm working on it right now. So everybody, if the ones that aren't listening or whatever, they'll but hang on just a second, guys. Boom. Okay. Is I just shared it to the Chalkboards Facebook page so that way some people can get some last minute chances to get some
Awesome.
tickets and help raise some money
Awesome.
for that family. So I know you guys do your quarterlies or tactics on tap, stuff like that. Um, have y'all been working on trying to get any kind of training thing stirring up? I mean, I know I will say the guys around Georgia, they flock together big time and try to put some stuff big a lot of times. Whenever when I was at MAFC, it's like, man, how many chapters have we got here at one time and at
Hmm.
his bash? I mean, they were coming from everywhere. But I would
T,
say
you
the
want to?
fools are strong in Georgia.
Yeah,
Are you
they
asking
are.
like what events we've had?
No, what have you guys or what have y'all got in the
Oh,
works for like coming up?
all right.
Hey,
Okay.
T.
Well,
T.
so
Let,
yeah, go ahead.
let me just real
Yeah, you
quick.
take. Yeah,
Let's just
yeah.
talk about search over everything just for a second, and then you want to talk about the future real quick. Um,
Yeah, it's
so
fine.
we'd be remiss not to mention we just had a search class February 28th, and it was in an old shut
Yeah.
down firehouse. It was incredible. We got access to it by way of the church that owns it now, and the pastor is just an awesome, obviously righteous guy, and his brother is a firefighter. And long story short, we had a search class there, and it was incredible. That would have been our technically our third actually live event, but
Okay.
it was definitely the Super Bowl for us. I know T can agree that we wanted that was our first search class, and obviously after everything we've said previously, we needed to hit that nail on the head, and we feel like in a lot of ways we did. And it wasn't by our own power; it was the whole team coming together, and the church, the building, everybody instructing the students. I mean, everybody was just on fire that day and all about it. And man, I was in hog heaven. I can't brag enough about that day. So just had to mention that it was pretty cool, especially being in an old closed down firehouse. It was just unique. And T, I'll let you talk about what we
Yeah.
got coming up.
But yeah, another thing about that, man, I was so my dad was he did 30 years with the city I work for now. So as a kid, I got to go to that firehouse and see these giant sized rats that they used to have there. I mean, it's a rundown shithole, but it was cool and it was an abandoned. The church has it. They were super nice about letting us have it, and we built like a freaking house inside there and had a bunch of good stations and had a good turnout. Had guys from Tennessee come down. Taylor, where else? They're from.
All over. I mean, nearly Florida. Every county it seemed like in Georgia was there just about.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it was
all the way
nice.
up to Tennessee.
Yeah, so I mean, we had a great day. That was like search is our core, so that was one of our things. Coming up with us next year, we're going to do a family event because just like all good firemen wives know that they get tired of hearing it, you know, so they want to be a part of it. So we're going to do a family day for the Fools, and it's just going to anybody with any. You don't have to be a Fools member. Just come out and hang out, and bring a brotherhood bash. We're going to have beers and barbecue and slides for the kids, and just get everybody together for fellowship and to be together and to share a common two of the most important things, this job and our families. So that's the next event we have. We got some counties in the area that want us to come out and do some teaching for some search or firefighter survivability and some searches. We are trying to get together and do a roof class. A ventilation class towards the end of the winter. And then we're going to have a search 2.0, which is it'd be a live fire search over everything class that would be. What is that, Taylor? And like, it's going
Think
to be
about
September-ish.
think about live fire search class would probably be November. And the vertical vent will probably be next year. We got to do that. We got to plan accordingly for that because that's kind of like a very
Taboo.
touchy subject around here. So we're gonna be
Yeah.
we're gonna do it right. We're gonna play chess while maybe some other folks are playing checkers, and we're gonna bring in some cadres that
Mhm.
vertical vent. I mean, that's what they do. They do it,
Yeah.
you know, at just about every fire, and we're not gonna be teaching that. I have no business teaching that. I will not be instructing. I will be there being a student with a notepad, and then when it's hands-on time, I'm gonna be getting my hands dirty. So I can't wait for that, just so I can learn right there with everybody. So
There you go.
You
All right.
familiar with Dustin Martinez from Cobb
Name
County?
seems really- Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the authors of Search over.
the book
Hold
of
on, I'm
search.
brain fart. The Book of Search, yeah.
Mhm.
And so he was actually our guest speaker for we had like a little hour block of just kind of the why, you know.
Shout out
And
to Dustin.
I forgot to
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that. And I really want to talk real quick about our instructors. Our instructors, because we have a bunch of dudes.
Solid.
It ranges from, you know, I got possibly close to, you know, 7 smoke divers, short smoke divers, and with 10, 15 plus years. So I got a close to a 25, 30-year-old, 30-year dude who's out here who's still passionate about the job. So, and then I got 5-year dudes. So it really, you know, there's a wide variety of a whole lot of knowledge, and just like talking about humbleness, like, and he said we're not going to teach a vertical vent class, but we're going to have it because guess who's going to be a student? You know, it's one of those things. I'm not, just because we're doing this Fools thing does not mean that I know everything or we're every topic, but I want to provide these firemen in this area, myself included, with the possibility of making, you know, of learning vertical vent, for example, or to whatever you know, whatever we're bringing out. So, you know, we're all students here. So
Absolutely. And, you know, kind of like the old saying goes, today we quit being a students, today we just need to quit.
That's right.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, some jokers should have quit a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's a completely different topic for another day.
Yeah. Yeah.
On and on about that one, I'm sure.
Amen.
Well, guys, I am so glad you jumped on here tonight. I'm glad we finally got together. Tons of good information. Young chapter putting out lots of work, trying to do some great things. Everybody, check them out. Grab City Fools. They're on Facebook. They're really active in what they're doing. They're trying to keep the social media out, information out there to you. Jump on there, click the QR code. Last minute, get some of those tickets for that helmet. You know, they're just trying to help their brothers out, which is what the Fools truly does stand for. So until next time, guys, stay safe, keep learning, and we'll see you when the next guys step up to the chalkboard.
Thanks, Wayne.